So here we have a large quantity, literally a carload of produce. And we just got back, flew in from New York yesterday, went to the produce markets this morning, and we are absolutely packed to the gills. We've got a whole bunch of produce in there, as well as a couple suitcases and backpacks that we brought on the plane. So we're going to unload all this stuff and then show you what we've got. Hello! So as you can see, we've got a whole pile of produce here. Today's May 11th, 2012. We just flew back from JFK in New York to SFO yesterday, and a friend of ours, John, was nice enough to book us a hotel that he had some mileage points for, rewards points for. So we stayed right near San Francisco Airport last night and hit the wholesale produce markets early this morning, so we're totally stocked up with good stuff to eat by the time we got home here, now that we're home. And we had quite a challenge getting all this in the car, but in our little hatchback, but we managed. So we ended up with a couple cases of bananas. You can see that these are pretty yellow, and these are actually commercial bananas because they didn't have any of the organic ones, weren't really ripe yet. So we got a case of yellow ones, and then if you can see over here, these are the organic ones. Kind of maybe tough to see from back there, but they're actually pretty green. So we tend to like to do this. We got a yellow case, so we'll eat these first, and then while we're eating these, the green ones will be ripening up, and we'll have those in maybe a week or a week and a half or so. So that should work out. We got a couple of cases of organic Valencia oranges, 72 counts, nice and big. These were 38-pound cases, which is usual. These were $19 each, so that was great. We have 3 flats of organic tomatoes here. Also tried to space them out, get one case ripe, one medium, one not really ripe yet. So as we eat those over time, that'll work out. Over here we've got a 24-count case of Romaine lettuce. Usually they're about $2 or so in the store. That was $23 for 24, and they're going to last a couple of weeks or so. So that'll be great. And even by the end of the time period that it's going to take us to eat these, maybe 2 weeks or so, they're still fresher than what you get at the store. Because something like this wouldn't even show up the store for a while, and then it sits out there getting water sprayed on it. So we've really been impressed that for $1 we get a nice big head like this, and for $2 in the store you get something that's been cut and had some leaves chopped off, and you get the brown spots and everything. So anyway, we're happy about those. We got some organic mangoes here, some pretty big Tommy Atkins for, I think this was $8 for these 9. We got a decent-sized case of cucumbers here. These, some are starting to go a little bit, so the guy sold it to us for $10 instead of $25, so that was great. We got a whole 22-pound case of zucchini. We got a 16-count case of Cal Organic cauliflower. I'll come over here. We got a bunch of Honeydew Melons also. Similarly, we got some Del Cabos here that are smaller. They're just about ripe now. They're giving a little bit, and they'll the ones that aren't quite ripe yet will be within the next few days. And then we got another case. These are Sun-Feds. And these are pretty hard. So while we're eating the ripe ones, these will be getting ripe, and we'll space things out because it only makes sense when you're going down. It takes us an hour to get to our local market and an hour to get back. We might as well really load up and make the trip worth it, so we get a lot of stuff and we can space out the ripening. And we don't eat huge amounts of avocados, but this was a really good deal. These are little guys. It was an 84-count case. They're organic, from California, Hass avocados, and it was $30 for the case. So we actually stopped by our friend John's house on the way back to see if we could split this case with him, because this is going to be an awful lot to eat. Even for us, that's the bulk of what we eat, and we fill in a little bit here. So anyway, hopefully he'll want to split this case with us. So as usual, we've got a lot of produce, but that's great. Gives us incentive to eat it all. And we saved a pile of dough compared to retail, and we just have cases of stuff. And if you can imagine, every one of these things here, putting it in a bag, going through the cash register, what a pain. It's so nice to just load up your car with cases and bring it all home. And some of this stuff we're going to keep in the garage where it stays cooler at night than inside so it doesn't ripen as quickly. And, you know, there's some strategy as far as spreading things out. A lot of it's going to go in our big fridge. And just for fun, thought I'd show you over here. In addition to all this stuff that fit in our little hatchback, we had our carry-on bags, our suitcases here, as well as our backpacks with books and computer and all that stuff in there. So all that stuff fit in our little car. And we got our thing of rock dust for our plants growing in the backyard. So it's another successful produce run, and hopefully this has been some good information for all of you.